Hi, it's Matt Davis, that's me, can't remember my own name. It's been a rough week, the election, hasn't it? So why don't we do some chill yoga just to calm down a bit? This is an hour-long class, it'll be vinyasa flow. You'll need one mat, a yoga mat, not a mat. And although I'll be here throughout, and you'll need one of these yoga blocks. If you haven't got a block, you can use a cushion. You can use kitchen towel, or you can be extremely flexible and not need one. But if you don't have a block, please don't overdo it. Thank you. So we'll begin seated on our block. I like to sit on the block because it means my knees can come slightly below the line of the hips, and that's more relaxing. Let's begin with some deep breaths. So those of you who've joined these classes know, I'm trying to just constrict the back of the throat slightly. And the emphasis here is just ujjayi breath, so it's deep breath all the way into the upper chest from the lower belly. I'll let you do this on your own time, but the key thing here is don't force the rhythm of the breath. So let the next breath just occur. And it might mean waiting, it might mean a bit of patience. So let's do 10 rounds of breath, okay? So good. Just bringing the left ear to the left shoulder. And then breathing in as the neck rolls behind. And then breathing out as the neck rolls in front. And again. And again. And then changing direction. So inhale, right shoulder, right ear, and then back around. Exhale. Good. Just bring the right arm up. Just bring the right arm over the left shoulder. I'm really opening that left shoulder up here. Keeping the right glute firmly down on the mat. Just stretching out that right side. Inhaling deeply. I don't know anybody who hasn't told me that they're completely knackered from the election. So the goal today is just to basically reward ourselves for showing up. We did very well just to show up for yoga. Same on the inhale, just bring that left arm up, that right shoulder coming forward. Nice. Left side stretching out and inhaling. I've been on so many conference calls this week where people have been pretending to pay attention and be engaged. All right, just fold forward and just hinge at the hips, just bringing the forehead down slightly, just stretching out both hips. Breathe deeply, inhale. And again. Good. Coming back up, let's come to a tabletop.
And again, good job just for showing up here. So noticing the line of the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and just taking some cat-cows. Oh, what a good job I did just to show up. What a good job I did during the election, not to go completely crazy. Exhale over. Inhale. Really taking a deep breath. Arriving on the mat, listening for any signals that the body is sending. Maybe it's saying, yeah, I am very tired. And that's all good. Let's turn the wrists around just to stretch those wrists out a little bit. Take some circles around the wrists. But none of this kamikaze nonsense. We just want to stretch those wrists out. We're not trying to do anything crazy. So take the circles in the other direction. Breathe deeply. Fantastic. I'm going to bring the soles of the feet up, just the toes up, and I'm just going to come back on to sit on them. If that's too much, you can always untuck, but if there's some sensation in the feet, just to wake them up. Inhale, arms rise up overhead, and exhale, just bring the hands to the heart to like a prayer behind. Just open the shoulders there, so I'm leaning back into, that's nice, inhaling back into the kind of created space there. Feeling the shoulders open, feeling the backs of the feet open, and then exhaling with control, bringing the hands back down to the mat and just tapping the tops of the feet off. That's nice. Good. Let's come up to first downward facing dog and just take 5 rounds of breath. I know that's a lot of breath, but take 5 rounds of breath just to arrive in the downward dog shape. So if you're pedaling out the hands as you do so, that's fine, but really keep that ujjayi breath going. So noticing the mat between the fingers, bringing the ears between the line of the shoulder blades, maybe keeping a bend in the legs. That's all good. Whatever you're choosing to do here is your downward dog, so enjoy arriving in that shape. Good. And then walking the feet forward gently, so that they're between the hands, and hanging over in a forward fold. Before inhaling to rise up, and exhaling down into Tadasana shape. Good. Tadasana mountain pose, so shoulders are broad open and the line of the feet right underneath the line of the hips and the shoulders. Just concentrate on alignment and find a spot on the wall in front of you or somewhere in front of you. Just focus as you breathe in and exhale. Just notice the movement and the energy in the body. I've noticed that when I breathe at the moment, my pulse tends to change pace, which is a classic sign of anxiety. Just giving the body permission to do what it's doing in this shape. And then hands to heart center just to set your intention. My intention today is to be very grateful that Joe Biden won the election. Sorry to all you Trump voters, but this is a partisan space. Okay. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat back. And then exhale, let's step the right leg back. Untucking the right knee and untucking the right toes. And coming up into an Anjaneyasana shape. Good. Bring the hips forward if you can. Maybe coming further into that left knee. And really stretching into that right hip. Inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly and upper chest. And then exhaling just to frame the front foot. Bring it to the back, down facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward into plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. We'll take it easy. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhaling over, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes higher. Exhale, step that right leg through. Drop the left knee, untuck the left toe, and then take the Anjaneyasana on the other side. Good. Again, coming forward into that right knee if possible. You can really come quite a long way into that left hip. And inhaling deeply from the low belly all the way into the upper chest. Really arriving in that shape. I always feel this is the point in the yoga practice where we stop warming up and start warming up. You know what I mean? Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Frame the front foot, bring the back foot to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, reconnecting with our intention. Inhale, arms rise, slight back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back this time, onto the left toes and the left knee comes down. Inhale, Vinyasa. We were just here, so it should be familiar. Low belly, mid belly and upper chest breath. And exhale. Front foot knees to back, downward dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes high. Keep those left toes square to the mat. Exhale, step it through. Right knee comes down, right toes untuck. Inhale, and vinyasa. Take another deep breath. Low belly into the upper chest. And exhale, frame the front foot, bring the back foot to meet it. Forward fold. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, Joe Biden won the election. Good. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. Let's take a halfway lift on the inhale, flat back. Right leg goes back, keep the right toe and the right knee lifted this time. And I'll come up into a high lunge. Whoops. So that right heel is nice and lifted. And again, slight back bend. Just bringing that prayer behind the shoulder again. So the navel remains sucked into the spine, but this should stretch out the shoulders as well as that right hip. Inhaling deeply, low belly, into the upper chest. And exhaling to frame the front foot, bring it to meet the back, downward dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. This is where you can take chaturanga if you want. I'm not taking it. I'm taking knees, chest and chin, because I'm not showing off. And then exhaling over, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, step the right leg through. Raise that right arm, low lunge, twist. Good. Very nice. Inhale deeply. Imagine someone's giving you a high five on their right hand. Really open up that twist. Inhale. And on the exhale, bring that left foot to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, Joe Biden won the election. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, flat halfway lift, and this time take the left foot back, keeping that left toe and the left heel raised for the high lunge. Good. Bringing the hands down, prayer behind the back. Nice. Inhale deeply, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhale, framing that front foot, bringing it to knees back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward into plank. Chaturanga if you want it. I'm doing knees, chest and chin again. Inhale, baby cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, over, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, the left leg goes high. Exhale, step that left leg through. Right hand stays down, left arm comes up. Low lunge twist. Nice. Imagine someone's giving you a high five on that left hand, and we're really opening up. Good. If you can really engage the whole right leg, so you're lifted in the shape. Inhaling, low belly into the upper chest. Exhale, frame the front foot, bring the back foot to meet it. Forward fold, and inhale, arms rise up. Oh, hands to heart center. Grateful for the outcome of our democratic process. I really don't care about the election anymore. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, step the left foot to the back. Good. Let's keep that left foot raised, continuing our progression. This time inhaling all the way up. Nice. Keeping that prayer position behind. Good. Inhaling deeply. Low belly, mid belly, upper chest. And then lengthen the hands again so that they come back. Makes sense? It really engage. Keep that core engaged, but have that back bend. And then framing the front foot, bringing it to meet the back foot, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, or if you're still doing it, I'm not judging. Knees, chest and chin is fine. Inhale and exhale over into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, left leg steps forward. Right hand stays down. Inhale, left arm rises up. Good. And maybe if you want to bring that left arm back, just for a slightly different stretch, that's good. Inhaling deep into it. And exhaling, framing that left foot, bring the right foot to meet it. Forward fold. Inhaling, arms rise up. Exhale, forgetting all about politics, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right leg back, keep the right toes lifted. Inhale. Yes. Prayer pose behind the head, keep that core sucked in.
And lean back from the upper chest, keeping the lower back engaged, no crunching. And then inhale, just bring the hands long behind us, keeping that back bend. Good. Inhale, low belly, mid belly and upper chest. Exhale, framing the front foot, bring it to the back, down dog. Inhale, rolling forward, plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, an upward dog, or belly cobra. Exhale, over, downward facing dog. Very nice. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, right leg steps forward. Keeping the left hand down. Raising up that right arm. And then bring that right arm behind, just to give a slightly different stretch. Inhale deeply. And let go. One more deep breath. And exhaling, framing the front foot. Bring the back foot to meet it, hanging heavy in a forward fold. Good. Let's take opposite elbows in the hands here. And just sway left and right. Keep a slight bend in the knees if you need to. Or if you really want, you can really just straighten those legs out and feel a nice deep release. Deep breath into the upper chest and let go. And again, low belly into the upper chest. And exhale. Next inhale, arms rise overhead. Next exhale, hands to heart center. That's what we want. Good. Inhale, arms rising. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step both feet back, downward facing dog. Good. And just rest here for a moment. So take another couple of deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. One more deep breath. On inhale, that right leg goes high and open up that right hip. Just some circles on the right side. Take it the other direction. Good. And on the exhale, step the right leg through, turning that left foot down, so 90 degrees. Inhaling warrior two. Straight in. Good. We're just going to hang out in warrior two for a minute. So looking out over that right middle finger, that right knee's coming right out towards the right pinky toe. Shoulders above the line of the hips. Looking back, making sure that there's a 90-degree angle on that lower foot. Just inhaling deeply. And exhaling. Maybe coming deeper into the knee. One more. And exhaling. Let's turn that hand over on the inhale, come up for a peaceful warrior. And again, let's take a couple of deep breaths here. Keeping that bend in the right knee. So inhaling deeply. Feeling the breath go right into that right hip. And again. Good. On the exhale, I'm bringing that right arm down between the legs for a wide-legged forward fold. Good. So my toes are pointing inwards, my heels are pointing out. If you can, and you want to, you can always heel toe a little further out, but you want the toes to be pointing inwards just to protect the hamstrings. This is where the block comes in handy. If you have flexibility like mine, inhale for a nice flat back, and then exhale just to bring the head down. Perhaps to the block, perhaps not, perhaps further. Not judging. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling. Let's stay here for 3 deep breaths. Take note of the signals that the body is sending. Next inhale, just bring the back up for a flat back. On the exhale, just walk those hands back around to the front. Bringing that front foot to the back, downward facing dog. And you can take a flow here if you want, or you can stay where you are. If you're taking the flow, just roll forward into the plank. And you can take knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale for an upward dog or baby cobra. And exhaling over, downward facing dog. Once again, let's just arrive here. It's that real stable shape, like our home base, the downward dog. So just enjoy being in that downward dog shape for a moment. On the inhale, let's bring that left leg high. Just open up that left hip, take some circles. Nice. And the other direction. Bring it long again, and then exhale to step it through. Coming up, warrior two. I'm going to go the other direction just so I can see. Okay, warrior two this way. This leg's at 90 degrees. This is straight on, but the knees coming out towards the left toe. Hips, shoulders aligned, looking back over that right middle finger, and the left middle finger is where the gaze is. And then deep breaths. If you can, coming deeper on the exhale. Just making sure that that doesn't go over the line of 90 degrees. Good, inhaling. Another deep breath. Inhale, turn that left hand over. Come up for peaceful warrior the other way. Good. Good. Deep breath. Really breathe that into that left hip here. Inhale. Next exhale will come down. So left arm comes down. Back between the legs. Wide-legged forward fold the other way. Again, those toes pointing in so the heels can come out. And inhaling for the flat back first. And then exhaling down into the best expression of the pose. Take 3 deep breaths, bringing the elbows together between the legs. Good. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling just as deeply. Good. Inhaling for that flat back once again. And then exhaling to walk those hands to the front of the mat. Bringing the front foot to the back. Downward dog. Take a flow if you want. Inhaling to roll forward and exhaling to come down. Inhaling to come up and exhaling to come down again. Good. And again, let's just arrive in that downward dog. Good. I'm stepping back a little bit, so I've got some room in front. We're going to need a bit of room in front of us to take a balance pose, so just make sure we've got that space. Good. Inhaling, right leg goes high. Good. Exhale, right leg steps through. We're going to come up into warrior three, so bringing the weight into the right leg. Yeah. Inhaling. Maybe you need a block here just for some stability. Maybe you can bring the hands to heart center. Good. The goal here is to, if you can, get that nice bend in the back, so left leg is flexed and the back's kind of bending up. Maybe you can bring the hands behind. You choose, it's your practice. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. Bringing that left foot down. Nice. We'll take the balance again, but this time we're going to take it as dancer. So I'm bringing the right arm up. And bring the left arm down to grab the inside of the left foot. Good. Exhaling to come forward, rocking forward at the hips. Keep that navel sucked in. You may need a bit more space. Maybe you can't do it straight away, that's fine. If you're me, good. And then kicking back into that left foot. Nice. Nice. And then look back at that left foot if you can. Maybe you can straighten that right leg. Maybe you can really kick into that right and left foot and bring that line of the shoulder is what we're trying to open. Breathe deeply. Good. And then with control, coming back up, bringing the left foot down. Good. We'll find ourselves in a nice Tadasana pose. Nice. Inhale, arms raise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, step the left leg forward. And again, we're going to come into warrior three on the other side. So bringing the weight into the left foot. Maybe using a block for support. Maybe bringing those hands up to heart center. Flexing the right foot. And again, trying to get that nice line through the back. It's not easy, but it's not that difficult. You got it. Good. Nice. Maybe you can bring the hands behind. Inhaling, low belly, mid belly, up your chest. And again, low belly.
Coming up to stand, nice. And then this time the other way. So the weight into the left leg and bringing the right leg up. That's right. So grabbing the inside of the right foot, inhaling, left arm goes high. And then exhale, hinging at the hips forward, kicking into that right hand. I'm lucky I've got a wall. Kicking into that right hand. Good. And again, breathing deeply. What we're really trying to do is look back at the foot and open up the line. Maybe we need a little bit of help from our friendly wall in front of us. Maybe we're about to fall over. Maybe we're fine. Oops. Joe Biden won the election. Just remember that. Perfect. Lower belly into the upper chest. And coming down to Tadasana. Good. Inhale, arms rising. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale for that halfway lift, and then exhale, step back. Nice downward facing dog. Very, very nice. Good. So just take another deep breath in the downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, let's bring the right leg higher. And on the exhale, let's step that right leg through. Good. We're going to try for half moon pose. So this will entail bringing the block outside the right side of the right foot. And then inhaling and coming up. Stacking. That's it. Inhale, low belly into the upper chest. Good. You can straighten that right leg, or you can keep a slight bend in it, whichever feels more natural for you. But the real thing here is to get that breath deep into the body. So let's go. One more deep breath. On the exhale, bring that left foot to meet the right, hang heavy, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back, downward facing dog. Take a flow if you want. So if you take the flow, you're going to roll forward on the inhale into plank. If you're not taking the flow, just stay in downward dog and we'll meet you there shortly. Very nice. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, left leg steps through. Again, the block down on the left side just to come into half moon pose. Inhaling, extending that right arm up. Good. Flexing the right foot. Maybe you can straighten the left leg. Main thing here is bring the breath into the body. So low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhale. One more. Good. On the exhale, bring that right foot down to meet the left. You may have noticed I had a slight tumble there. Maybe you didn't. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. And again, let's take a flow here. So if you're taking a flow, take one with me. If not, sit in downward dog. No judges. Good. Downward dog, just arriving here in shape. I'm just coming down for child's pose for a second. So I put the knees down to the mat, bringing the hips low, and just bringing the forehead down to the mat so that I can take a couple of rounds of breath here. Just feeling the warmth in the body, feeling the flow beginning, like circulation, the heart, the breathing. Good. Coming back up and back into a downward dog at first, and just bring the right leg high once again, and then bring that right knee to the right wrist. It means that the left knee can drop down, the left toes on top. And then what I'm trying to do here is come into a pigeon pose. So I use the block under my right hip because I'm not that flexible. And what I'm trying to do here is just heel toe the line of this foot. So what I'm trying to do is get the right shin square with the front of the mat, so that then when I open up, I can open the chest towards the front of the mat, still keeping that left leg reasonably straight, and feeling that deep stretch in the right hip. What a joy. Inhale, opening the chest, and exhaling to fold forward. Now, you don't have to come into this sleeping pigeon pose, but if you're in it, let's breathe deeply, 4 or 5 breaths. I'm just thinking about electoral politics. Inhale. And let it go. 3 more of these. That feels so great. We're going to do 5 more breaths. Let's do 5 more breaths in pigeon. Apparently, the hips are where we store a lot of emotion. That's what the yogis tell us. So maybe that's why my right hip is saying so much to me right now. Good. Coming up the same way we went in. So really opening the chest to the front. And then coming up onto those left toes and bringing those right toes up for a 3-legged downward dog. Good. You can take a flow from 3-legged if you want. So rolling forward into plank and coming down, 3-legged flow. And then coming over into a downward facing dog. Good. We'll come the other way. So left leg goes high. Left knee to left wrist. Right. What we're trying to do again is bring that block under the left hip if we need it. And again, I'm bringing that line of the left calf towards the parallel with the front of the mat. So that as I inhale, my shoulders are square to the front of the mat. I'm getting that nice opening in the left hip. Inhaling to open. And exhaling. Now we have to do the same number of breaths on this side. So that's 10 breaths. So I'm inhaling and coming forward. 10 breaths. I'll see you on the other side. Last deep breath. And then inhaling to come up the way we went in. So again, opening the chest towards the front and really inhaling. And then exhaling up, 3-legged dog. Going to take a 3-legged flow here. So rolling forward, 3-legged plank, coming down, coming up, and then over, downward facing dog. Good. Let's just walk those feet forward and just take the yogi squat. So opening both hips here, just kind of giving ourselves a little bit of respite from those pigeon hips. So my thumbs come into the solar plexus, just inhaling here, trying to get that opening of the chest so that the lower back kind of is curving up. That's the goal. 2 or 3 deep breaths. If you want, you can try taking the bind. Left arm goes up and around, opens to the right. So you get that opening of the shoulder. Arm doing the bind if you chose to take it, and coming the other way. So the right arm meets the left. Open the shoulder the other direction. Good. Bringing the glutes down to the mat. We're just going to take butterfly pose here. So soles of the feet together. Just bringing those in, clasping around the feet. And again, the key thing here is to open that chest forward on the inhale. And then as we rock forward, bringing the elbows in together, I'm not curling back. I'm coming forward with the chest open so that actually the stretch is in those hips. There's no sort of back weirdness going on. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you come deeper into that stretch. It's very nice. But the stretch is in the hips and the thighs. The stretch isn't really in the back. That chest stays open so we can breathe deeply into the shape. I always find it quite weird to be this close to my toes. Hello, toes. Inhale. Exhale. Good. We're going to recline in that shape. So coming forward slightly, you can bring the feet slightly further forward and just bring in the back down. So that the knees are open like a book on the mat. And just inhale, just allow the weight of the knees to bring the legs open, and you'll just feel a sort of stretch in the hips there. Just take 3 or 4 deep breaths into that. If it's causing pain, then please give yourself some support with the blocks. But if it's just an opening and a sensation, then allow the weight of gravity to do some of that stretching for us. Breath coming all the way into the upper chest before you exhale. Again, allowing that next breath to come, being patient, not forcing it. Nice. Use the hands on the knees, just close the knees up a little bit like a book. Very nice. And then bring in the soles of the feet to the ground. And I have the soles of the feet kind of near the glutes. I can just brush those feet with my fingertips if I choose to. I'm taking a block and I'm placing it between the knees, just for something to focus on. So I want to make sure that the knees are coming in together. As I rise those hips up on the inhale and come up into a bridge pose. Perhaps walking the shoulders in to meet each other and clasping the hands underneath the sacrum. Inhale and exhale. Notice the strength in the bridge. I've seen like videos of people standing on people's stomachs in these Bikram classes, which is a little bit much, but the point is that actually the bridge shape is really strong. That lower back is very, very sturdy and very strong. And it's good to build up that strength for yoga practice. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling. One more really deep breath now. And with control, releasing the clasp and coming down one vertebrae at a time. Good. And then bringing the knees into the chest for a hug. Good, good, good. Good. And then extending them down. We'll come into, I'm going to kind of sit up and come into boat pose, which is everybody's favorite pose, isn't it? Keep those legs nice and straight, open the chest. Inhale. Let's say, I don't know, 10, 9, 8. When we get to 1, we're going to release gently. So none of this like quick release stuff. I think that's probably 6, isn't it? 5, 4, 3, 2. Release the feet down and come into staff pose. Good. That's nice. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, folding forward. Paschimottanasana. So I'm grabbing the outside edges of the feet and I'm bringing the elbows out wide. Now, maybe you're grabbing the shins, that's cool, but what we're trying to do again is open the line of the chest and bring that forward. We're not curling the spine, we're folding forward from the hips to really stretch out every aspect of the hamstrings and really feeling the stretch. If anything, probably feeling that stretch most in the, I don't know really, where am I feeling that stretch? Probably the lower back, yeah. Inhaling for length and exhaling for more length. One more deep breath. And let it go. Good. Inhaling up. Bring the legs out. So left leg goes out, right leg comes in to meet it. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm over to the left big toe. Good. Now, the line that we want to take here is that the right shoulder is opening up. Yeah, so the left shoulder, maybe you want to grab the left foot, but the left shoulder is underneath it. So ideally, maybe you want to bring the hand up off that left toe so that you can feel that stretch all the way through the right head. Good. Janushirshasana. Inhale. Exhale, bring that right shoulder open a little more. Inhale, one more deep breath into the upper chest and lower belly. Good. On the exhale, bring that right arm down and then come back up and then extend the other leg out. Left leg, left side of the foot to the right thigh. Inhale. So again, the left hand down to the right big toe. So that left shoulder opening up, right shoulder underneath it, and then you can bring that left shoulder up to really feel the stretch all the way into that left hip. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. That right shoulder keeps rotating under, the left shoulder keeps rotating back. Inhale. Good, and then exhale, bring that left hand back down and bring both legs, their legs, right? Bring the legs out. Good, very, very nice. Now, we're going to take a little spinal twist for a big surprise. Let's take the spinal twist by bringing the soles of the feet to the ground and coming down. Bring the balls of the feet to the ground. That means you can hop the hips over to the right, maybe bringing a block under the knees on the left, and overlooking that right shoulder. Let's take 5 deep rounds of breath here, and really allow the fascia in the hip to open. So you want to really use the gravity on those knees, and you should feel that opening in the right hip, but really 5 deep breaths is a lot more than we normally take. So good. Bring the knees up to the midline and hop them over to the right this time. Good. Arm over to the left. And again, those 5 deep breaths allowing those fascia in the left hip to just open up. So inhaling deeply and exhaling. Good. Good. Bring the knees up again. And we'll take a very nice, gentle inversion just to round out. We're going to take knees up the wall, feet up the wall. So if you don't have a wall, find something that does support your legs and very complex posture this. Feet up here. Yeah. So you should notice the circulation changing. Very pleasant posture. I'm going to leave us in this posture for 5 minutes and then we'll go into Shavasana, which will be a nice long Shavasana as well, it'll be 10 minutes. So basically, if you've got to leave now, no hard feelings, I understand. The next 15 minutes are going to be very restorative. We'll do 5 minutes of legs up the wall, 10 minutes of Shavasana, very chill. I think we all need it. So I'm not even going to talk, which will be a welcome relief. I'll see you in 5 minutes and then we'll move into Shavasana. If the thoughts run away while you're doing this, just bring your attention back to the breathing. And don't judge yourself for that, just try to focus on the breath.
Just moving into Shavasana now.
Just drawing the breath in slightly more deeply. Maybe wiggling the toes and fingers. Rolling over to one side. And just taking a couple of breaths in a fetal position. Allowing the mind to come back into the body. And still feeling supported by the earth. And just inhaling to come up into a closed seat. Nice and easy, no rush. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling. And then inhaling for Om to close the practice. Om. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. 10-minute Shavasana is always really fun and really hard. See you next time.